Travelling. Sicily. If someone asked me if Sicily's worth a visit, I'd answer immediately, absolutely, it is. I went there with a few friends a couple of summers ago, and it was a brilliant trip. In my opinion, the very best places that you can visit in Sicily are Eloe's Islands, Selafu, Taormina, Mazzaro, Enna and Syracuse. The Aeolian Islands are a group of islands called Lipari, Salina and Vulcano. All of those islands are just amazing to visit, and you can find incredible beaches with clear water of the spectacular emerald colour. It's such clean water you can see the seabed. The food also is lovely. It's good quality. It isn't that expensive. You can visit the 3 islands by ferry, but I recommend renting a boat, which isn't exactly what we did. The landlord of the place we were staying in had a boat, and I think he felt quite giddy about the prospect of taking 5 young girls on a boat trip around the islands. Italian men can be a bit weird, which brings me on nicely to my next point. Italian, or at least Sicilian men, can be quite tiresome, so you should definitely be careful if you're with your wives and girlfriends. One evening, me and the girls were having some cocktails on a cute little terrace, and a few Italian guys wanted to come over and sit with us. We let them, and, well, big mistake. Big. Huge. Thereafter, it was as if we were in their possession. They kept coming back, and we kept asking them to leave. Very annoying, and frankly speaking, men in Sicily didn't seem as handsome as they do in the rest of Italy. Cefalù is a charming small city. I couldn't visit it when I did my trip there, but a lot of people told me that it's worth a visit. Despite being a small town, many people are attracted to its ancient fishing port, Norman cathedral, and great beaches each and every year. The Mezzogiorno, usually including anything south of Napoli, is much poorer, and you can get a feel of the decadence there. You can sense the presence of the famous mafia, but 2 small cities are rather different from the rest of Sicily. Taormina and Mazzaro. Both are very touristic cities, and all the buildings have been conserved in perfect condition, which you'd have trouble finding in Sicily. Taormina reminded me of the north, much like Milan, with rich people dining in fashionable restaurants with the impressive Greek theatre close by. Whilst we were there, we tried the famous granite, made with fresh fruit. You can get any flavour, they're brilliant and absolutely delicious. Trust me, I must have tried about 15. They're more commonplace in the south of Italy than in the north. Elsewhere in the middle of Sicily, there's Enna Valley. It also is awesome, and it leaves you under no illusions as to how active the volcano is, billowing out smoke and ash. Remember, if you're gonna visit it, to wear a jumper or coat, because the temperature is much lower than the rest of the island. It's really cold. I wore a jumper that I might normally wear in spring, but my friend wore practically nothing. Typical summer clothes, and she was freezing. You should wrap up, but if you're not prepared enough, you can find some chimneys that should warm you up a bit. Finally, Syracuse is a small, cute fishing city on the southeastern coast, where the authentic charm of Sicily can be felt. It's not the most preserved city, but plenty of celebs dock their boats in this city to go and enjoy the food and the amicable people. Again, Mount Etna is never out of sight, but there's plenty more to see here, with its rich Greek history and monuments aplenty. Well, those are my recommendations if you visit Sicily. There are other cities like Palermo or Catania, but in my opinion they only show the chaos and the decadence of the south of Italy. Thus, missing those cities isn't a bad thing. Regarding transport, I recommend you to rent a car on the island, although the Sicilian people drive really badly. It's the best transport to get around the island. And it's better to go to hotels than to rent an apartment. The landlords there normally ask you for extra payment for the cleaning services. I hope you can visit Sicily soon and my recommendations come in handy.